Next up, we will invite two leaders for Pop Fun Atomy. For the first presentation, we will invite Star Master Moon Jae-sun. Please give her a big hand. Hello everyone. I am Star Master Moon Jae-sun, who is getting a balanced life after meeting Atomy. Most people, when you get married, you might see your husband's income and many other background, but I didn't do that. I told my husband, I will earn money. You can do anything you want. I think I felt like I am his mother because I was heavier than him. But how about today? Today I earn money for him. My husband, he is a writer. He is an artist. So we have this at the center. This is from my husband, and he earned money for the materials for the art, and I really like his job. I lived with my mother-in-law for 23 years, but I didn't really do. He really didn't do any house chore, but today, thanks to Atomy, he's doing everything. It is like a miracle. And I believe in order to support him, I need to earn at least $10,000 every month. I want to live in a big house and I want to do something in my own building. And now my monthly income is $30,000. And in Bucheon, in Gyeonggi Province, I used to run an academy. I used to have 500 students, and I had more than 30 lecturers. The business, the building itself is mine. And at 6 a.m., I had a lecture for adults, and I worked up until the 12 a.m. And for holidays, I opened some classes for students. And I earned a lot of money. I started from scratch. I started with only $9,000. I started this academy, small academy, and I have two sons, and I worked really hard for a decade. And the academy was really, really cold. But today, I live in a very big house, and I have buildings that bring me $10,000 every month. And I sent my son to the US to give him the academy, and I thought I am middle class. But the academy income started to reduce, and the number of students started to reduce because of the advancement of e-commerce and the internet lectures. And I thought I can be prepared for my late life, so I decided to close my academy, and some part of the building, I gave it to the rent, and I have a good fit health, and I opened this studio for table tennis, and I earned about $10K every month, but it was not enough to support my son who was studying in the US, and I felt my money is the amount of my money assets is decreasing. So I did my research to open a lot of franchise businesses, but that cost me about more than $500K. But if I started a business, I could have failed because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and half of my tenants closed their doors during the pandemic. And one of my parents' students introduced me to Atomy products, and after using those products for 6 months, I fell in love with the products. And I used to get cold very frequently, and she said, you might look healthy, but as you get older, your immunity will get worse, so you can try and have hemohim. So I tried it for 1 week, and I didn't get any colds. I felt healthier. And during the winter, my skin is very dry, so I always use the mist. But after using Absolute, I felt my skin is moisturized, and my friends say you look 10 years younger than before, and they ask me which aesthetic clinics do you go to. In my 30s, I was told, are you in your 50s? But I am in my 60s, but today they say I am like in my 50s. Do you agree? That's all thanks to Absolute. I am getting younger. So the quality is good, but I didn't really feel like starting the business. And that friend really didn't really think that I will do this business, so she didn't recommend me to do that. And that friend started the business. She used to be a lecturer for badminton, and she said she will start this business full-time Atomy business. But I try to stop her because my younger sister, did this kind of MLM business. After very hard work, they failed. So I try to persuade her not to start this business because I really love her. And she said, then you can try and you can listen to me. So I agreed. So I visited the center.
So what happened? I found the reason to do Atomy business. One day I was invited to a center, and one Star Master gave a lecture on business, and there was impressive phrase from the Star Master's lecture. So the Star Master talked about the types of income. Most of the people are salarymen or self-employed people. Of course, I made billions of money as investment, and I worked so hard to do my own business. And I got to become curious about what the leader was saying. But these types of businesses, if you just stop, if you close down the door, your income becomes zero. But we need to earn systematic income so that you can earn money even when you are sleeping. So that's when I first heard about systemic income. I doubted, how is this possible? So I concentrated on the lecture, and on my way back home, to the person who invited me to the seminar, I told her if what the leader was saying is true, maybe I need to change my job. And I studied more about Atomy. I figured out Atomy is meant to work. It's about changing your daily necessities. And if the product is good and cheap, you can introduce to your friends, and it's beneficial to the consumers. So, of course, the consumers will purchase the products again. So, as my life was getting bored, it really made me excited, and there's a ceiling to the commission. And I really like that there could be some time difference between the higher mastership, but it's just meant to work. And I can also hand my business down to my children. So I was invited to Success Academy like you today. And I listened to the lecture by chairman on balanced life, and it really shocked me. I could make my living, but my younger siblings, they had to work hard to make a living. So I really wanted them to make a good life as well. And through Atomy business, I believe that not only me, but my younger siblings can flourish. And I stopped all the other work and all the other hobbies and started Atomy business. I realized that I need to put all myself to this business to be successful. So under the guidance of my sponsor, I started Atomy business as full-time job. And in the past, there's a younger sister who really likes to eat, and she didn't listen to me at first, but I persuaded her to be here, and I'm with her now. We're doing this business together now, and I'm sure she will become Star Master in the near future. I got rejected really many times. I got hurt so much, but I could endure those challenging times. People were saying, "You're becoming too greedy, you are taking jobs of the poor people." But one day, my friend said, "Okay, people are saying that Director Moon is crazy about Atomy." And I said, "Oh, I'll become a successful leader. You know, you need to get crazy to get there." But actually, honestly, I was afraid. I was afraid that I would stop and quit this business because I had this strong confidence that I would be successful if I just continue to do the business. I had a very clear objective and dream for the business. The first thing was to become an auto sales master in 1 year. The second goal was to join Leaders Club in 3 years and achieve Star Master. I had the midterm goal. So what happened? Next, in only 10 months, I became auto sales master. In only 1 year and 6 months, I became Sharon Lowe's master. So I changed the table tennis center to Atomy Center. And then, for the next 3 years, I worked so hard with the partners, and I joined Leaders Club and became Star Master. I went out 9 a.m. and worked until 10 p.m. In 3 years, I invested 10,000 hours to make this possible. But this was done not only by myself, it was thanks to all the partners. And a chicken shop owner, she's already Star Master, now the major speaker, and real estate owner, and clothing shop owner, and restaurant owner, and kindergarten teacher, and many people were in insurance market. They're all Sharon Lowe's master and Star Master, and even 71 years old lady became Sharon Lowe's master. Now, I think many new Atomy members are from different backgrounds. One day, I went to talk about Atomy business to a person who was doing another multi-level marketing business. And there was a person next to that person, and he didn't seem to be interested in the business. And suddenly, she got up and asked, "So what should I do Atomy business?" And even that person became Sharon Lowe's master. So many unexpected things happen in Atomy business. Sometimes I believe, oh, this person will going to do Atomy business, but sometimes he or she doesn't do that, and sometimes a person that seems like is not going to do this Atomy business or a dedicated Atomy member. So Atomy business, you don't have to have good network or background. So when I operated the Learning Institute, many people were waiting for my call, but when I started Atomy business, many people avoided me, rejected me, and you will be rejected by so many people. And you need to remember those experiences, and when your partners are having a hard time, you can tell your story. That's the best way to do your business. And after I began to earn 10 million won a month, and people were saying, "Oh, I knew you'd become successful." So have confidence in your business. I had this confidence in Atomy business. I'm going forward to becoming an imperial master. I'm getting dressed up more beautifully, and I'm trying my best even today. And also to my two sons, I say to them with confidence, "I will take care of your grandchildren. I can pay for their tuition so you can have many children." And when I became 6 years old, my two sons gave me a plaque of appreciation to show their love and respect for me. Maybe if I didn't do Atomy business, I had to rely on my children. My son is in Samsung SDI Research Institute, and my daughter-in-law, she's in a very good company. But even if they combine their income, I earn more than them. And I also talked about Atomy to my in-laws. And to my daughter-in-law, I told her that you have a really good attitude and character, so why don't you do Atomy business with me? Because there is limit to money that you can earn from a company. So now they're getting interested in Atomy business. And my first son, who was having his own business after studying abroad, and now he's saying, "Oh, Atomy is the best one." And I tell him, "You need to stop your own business and join Atomy." So maybe in the near future, all my family members will be in Atomy. And there is one other thing that I need to be grateful about after I got to know about Atomy. You know, I'm kind of a very arrogant and outspoken person, and I rejected many partners in the first stage, and I was really not a humble person. But now I know how to acknowledge the difference of the partner. I try to relate with their sadness and challenges, and I'm just grateful for them to be with me. When I leave this world, I think I can last in peace thanks to Atomy. Before doing Atomy business, I was a sponsor for a World Vision. And after joining Atomy, you know, the chairman asked us to sponsor Compassion. So I have more children to sponsor through Compassion. Now I'm over the age of 60, and I'm not worried about my life after retirement, and even the future of my children. I have no worries about that, and I believe I'm super lucky that I met Atomy. So you also need to get to know about Atomy. If you're here today, it's a great blessing for you. Seize this opportunity, and in a few years later, you will feel that, oh, it was really a great thing that I got to know about Atomy. Earning money is never easy. But doing Atomy business was the easiest thing, and it made me the biggest money. When I was working as the director of Learning Institute, I had to work day and night, and I had to invest a lot of money. So I only knew about labor income. But what about Atomy? You invest your time and efforts, and you're not successful alone. You will be together with your partner. So I'm enjoying this business. In 2 weeks, it becomes 8th year that I started Atomy business. I'm going to become a lawyer master next year, and I'll be working together with my partners desperately. And now you met Atomy, so that's a great blessing for you. So I'm sure you will go to the top, right? Thank you very much for listening to my lecture, and let's meet at the top. Thank you very much. Thank you, Star Master Moon Jae-sun, for delivering a great lecture. Please give her another big round of applause. The second stage for Pafun Atomy will be held in each region. Moon Jae-sun, Star Master, said she got rejected so many times at first, but later, many people will say thank you to you. Now we have the second person for Pafun Atomy. We have Charles Masters Hong Myung-sun. Please give her a big hand. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm an enthusiastic Charles Master from Daegu. I'm living my third life. I'm Charles Master Song Myung-sun. I told you I'm living my third life because at first I was a nurse, secondly I was hair designer, and now I'm a Tamian. It was shift job as a nurse, so I thought it would be challenging to do this job while I was raising my children, so I quit that. And I saw many people getting rich from running hair salon, so I worked as a hairdresser. I worked so hard. I went to work 8 a.m., worked until 9 p.m., and I got training, and the next day I worked again. I did that for 27 years. And one day I had really severe headache. I had so much pain all over my body, and I had to get MRI and CT these 3 to 4 times a year, but the disease couldn't be identified. I didn't have proper medication to treat the problem, and one day I fainted and I was on ambulance, and the current sponsor gave hemohim to me, and I kept taking hemohim, and in few months my pain disappeared and I was full of energy, and I went to many different hospitals, so I earned only half of the sales that I used to earn. I did the perm, dyeing, and throwing away the trash, cleaning the restroom. I did it all myself, and the sales went down by half.
And as I get older, I will get sick more frequently, and I try to find other things to earn money, and I got interested in hemohim's system income. So I attended the Success Academy for the second day, and I listened to the lecture from the Chairman Park Han-gil about personal platform, and he said you can also become a hub, you can also become a platform. The one thing that I am good at is to share all the products from my customers to others. The same thing. At Atomy, I can build a friendship and also I can earn money. Of course, I helped many people join Atomy, but I didn't really understand this system, so I was trying and to pretend to be busy whenever sponsor visits my salon, but I started do my research. So I read all the books and I also taught myself for 3 months and I got to understand that Atomy is a very good company. As I run the small salon, I did my best for consumers, and that was my vision. And I got to know that Atomy and I share the same vision, and that's when I understood that Atomy is a good company. And during the pandemic in 2020, April 2020, I started Atomy business and became sales master. So I changed my daily accessories from Hemohim, and I also did my best for my salon, for my customers, and for the rest of time, I focused on Atomy. So I worked really hard for my salon and Atomy business as well. And when some reservation is cancelled, and my consumers would say, sorry, I cannot, I have to cancel the reservation, but you can study Atomy, right? So the cancellation was a blessing for me. So I changed our holiday from Sunday to Tuesday, and I increased my holidays into 2 days. And my consumers said, why do you have so much holidays? And I said, because I have to follow the labor law. And they would ask, but you are the owner. But I answer, owner still needs some breaks. So I ran my salon for 30 years, but you might say it doesn't really cost you a lot, but it costs you a lot because you have to upgrade your machines, because there are always new machines coming up, and you have to buy all the different materials, and their price is getting higher and higher, and the fashion trend is changing a lot. There are a lot of cut styles like dandy cut, and many consumers would come and ask me to do the same style, so I had to keep learning with a lot of tuition fee. And then also, rent is also increasing. Of course, I was earning money, but expenditure was also increasing. Compared to that, Atomy, the company, does everything from system, new product launching, accounting, refund, and compensation. So you don't really have to pay for those services. What you need to do is to learn Atomy products and marketing plan to introduce many people to Atomy. So if you say anything, then you can keep your stores open. And because the quality is good and price is good, so I can become very proud to introduce Atomy products. And I used to have a consumer who used to spend about $1K. like several months. And after getting introduced to absolute set, she doesn't really spend that much money anymore. And for my salon consumers, I give them a hemohim, and I also help them try evening care and absolute cosmetics. And I also have a lot of consumers visiting my salon to experience peel-off mask pack. And a lot of them, they have changed, they have become a consumer to get commission. And a lot of them said, I really got the income. And they called me. I got the income from Atomy, and they became healthier, more beautiful, and they earn more money. They are true fan of Atomy. We have a lot of salons in our communities. I am a very kind person, but there are so many salons, and I got nervous. And when one is closed, I get a relief, and I feel like kind of competition from my colleagues who opens a new salon. But at Atomy, you don't have any kind of competition. Sponsor supports you, and you support your partners. And this mindset of super synergy of united mind makes everyone happy. I used to be very high weight. I used to be very fat. And a miracle happened to me. With the Slim Body Challenge, I lost 17 kilograms of weight. And my old customers, and they would say, oh, different owner. And I would say, it's me. And we talk to each other. And they ask me, are you really that same person? And many people say I just went on a diet really hard. But for the Slim Body Challenge, the method itself was very different. In the past, I didn't eat anything. I just walked about 10 kilometers, but I couldn't continue to do that. So after 6 months or 1 year, I got weight again. But at my center, with my sponsors and partners, I joined the Slim Body Challenge together. So we learned our body and nutrition together. And it was really easy for everyone to go on a diet, even for those older aged people. And there are a lot of diets, but I used to feel hungry even after having meal. And this is not about your commitment. There are many ways, many reasons why you still feel hungry. When you don't have not enough calcium, you might feel hungry. When you don't have enough magnesium, you feel hungry. You just don't know your body is actually lacking some certain nutrition, and you just eat. And that increased my weight. So I changed what I eat, and I learned nutrition, and I had all the nutrition supplements from Atomy, so I didn't feel hungry. So I maintained the same weight for 2 years, and many people asked for my help. They are like from different ages, so I created different programs for them, and I communicate with them every day.
그분들 중에 한
And one
분은
of them
3개월 만에 앞자리가 7에서 6으로 내려가서요.
lost
맨날
more than 10
저녁이면 다리가
kilograms
터질 것 같고 온몸이
in
아파서
3
남편과 아들이 번갈아 가면서 주무르기
months.
일쑤였는데 지금은
And she
아프다는 말씀을 안
used to
하고요.
get a lot
한
of
분은
massage
샴푸대에 누우면
from
강아지를 올려놓으면
her
쭉
husband,
미끄러질
but
정도로 배가
today
나왔었는데
she
강아지가
is
편안하게
in a
앉아있을
good
정도로
health.
배가 들어가서 웃기도 했어요.
But
많은 분들이
and we also have
옛날 옷 다
good
꺼내 입는다.
results from many
정말 그렇게 배부른
different
다이어트는
members.
처음이다.
And many
얼굴이 더
people say,
탱탱해진다. 소화도 잘
I
되고
get better
변비도 없다는 말씀을
skin,
하시면서 고마워하고
I
계십니다.
have
그리고 또 자녀들이 출가하고
good
식사가 부실한 어르신들이
digestion
굉장히 많아요.
without
그분들에게는 제가 해모임을 비롯한 애터미
any
슬림바디
side
쉐이크,
effects.
프로틴, 멀티비타민 등등으로
So I also
건강한 한 끼 식사를
recommend
만들어서
our
건강한
protein and
다이어트로 제가 도와드리고
multivitamin
있습니다.
to help them
여러분도 애터미로
have
건강과 미모를 되찾으시기를 바랍니다.
stay healthy
여러분,
while going on a
배우자가
diet.
사업 반대하시는 분 없으세요? 저는
Is there
2년간
anyone
남편이
who is
반대를
facing
했어요.
rejection from your
다단계 미쳤다는 소리도
spouse?
많이 듣고
And for
싸우기도 엄청
that's my
싸웠습니다.
story.
저녁
My
때 싸울 때
husband
내일 아침에 애터미 물건 눈에 띄면
disagreed
다 갖다 버린다
with my
그래가지고
business for
밤에
2
몰래 싸서 가게 갖다
years.
놓고 또
So
며칠 있다가
someday
고등어
I
다
had
먹었나 그러면
to
또 갖다 놓고
put
그렇게 하기를 여러
all
번을
the
했거든요.
Atomy items into my
그런데
salon from
내가
my
좋은
home.
뜻으로 노후를 준비하기 위해서 하는 때인데 가족과 싸우면서
And
해서는 안 되겠다
I
싶어서
realized
여보,
that I need to
내가
solve this
고집만
problem.
부리고
So
당신한테 자세한
I
설명을
told
안
my
했네요
husband
하면서
I
사업 설명을
that was my
하고
fault. I didn't
회장님의
really explain
퍼스널
this
플랫폼
business to
비즈니스
you.
강의를
So
들려줬어요.
I
한참을 듣더니
had
그분
my
말씀 참
husband
잘하시네 하면서 그
listen to
뒤로는
the
집
personal
나르는 일은 안 하게
platform business
되었고요.
lecture from
옛날에 가게 문
chairperson
닫고 세미나 간다고
Chairman
하면
Park Han-gil.
미쳤군 또
And since
가라
then,
했던 사람이
he was
지금은
persuaded,
내일 어디 가나
and
공주
he
가나
asked me,
기름 넣어놨대
"Where
그래서
are you
차까지
going,
닦아주는
Gongju?"
멋진
I
지지자가
filled the
되었습니다.
car up,
우리
and he
부부는
is a great
불타는
supporter for
연애를
me right
6개월
now.
해가지고요 결혼을 했거든요.
We
그런데
met
33년
for
되었는데
6 years before we got
변함없이
married, and
남편이
it's
제가
been
퇴근해서 씻을
33
때면
years
욕실 밖에서
since we
꼭
met
하는
for the
한마디
first
말이
time,
있습니다.
and I was
궁금하시죠?
always told
보일러 깎아!
by my husband.
주택에서 샤워하는 일은 엄청 어려운 일이에요.
And he always
했는데
asked
들어오자마자
me,
소리를 질러대니까 저는 욕실에서
can I
매일 밤
turn
인생
off the
시나리오를
boiler
씁니다. 2025년
even during the
5월
winter?
7월
And
번째
I write down
공일하일길
my
빵빵 나오는 아파트로 이사 간다.
write down my
그렇게
life
매일
scenario,
인생 시나리오를
and I want to
쓰니까
live
빨리
in a very
성공하겠죠.
big house with great boiler.
그렇게 1분 1초도 아껴가면서 열심히
And
달려서
I
오토 판매사가 되고
became
샤론
auto
로즈
sales master, Sharon Rose
했습니다.
master.
그러던 올해 5월에
And
발이
May
아파서
this
병원에
year,
갔더니
I visited a
발목에
doctor,
뼈를 파먹는 혹이 생겼대요.
uh,
수술도 어렵고
and
암보다
I
더
got
독한 혹이라는 진단을
diagnosed
받았습니다.
with the disease
그래서
for
30분
my
동안
legs,
울었어요.
which is
30년 고생한
severe,
세월이
more severe
파노라마처럼
than
흘러갔습니다.
cancer. I cried.
그런데 그
And I
파노라마의
look back
끝에는 애터미가 있었어요.
on my 30 years
그래,
of
나
life.
애터미 준비했네.
And
애터미
Atomy.
하면 되잖아.
Okay, I can do
시스템
Atomy
소득의
business
가치를 알기 때문에
because
가슴이
I know
둥그랬습니다.
the value of
그렇게
Atomy system
30년
income.
미용의 길 노동소득을
I
접고 10월
stopped
1일부터 시스템
being
소득 애터미로 전환을 하게
hairstylist
되었습니다.
and I became
감사합니다.
full-time Atomian.
매일 센터에 출근하면서
I
지역별
went to
요일별로
the center
지역
every
후원의
day,
파트너를 정하고
and
파트너들의 성공을 위해서 뛰고
every
있습니다.
day, and
백만갑도
for every
파트너들의
region,
지역에서
I have
함께하고
different
있는데요.
partners to
이
support,
제품의 우월함과
and we started Go
전심압력의 사업의
100
가치를
projects.
알리고 있고요.
I am sharing the vision of super synergy of
애터미는
United
제가
Mind.
겪은 세 가지 인생 중에 가장
And
쉬운
for
일이고
my 3
가장
lives,
빅
Atomy
비즈니스이며
is the easiest one. It is the
유일하게
biggest
딸들과
business,
함께 하고
and this
싶은
is the only
일입니다.
one that I want to do
제가
with my
오해했던
daughters.
피라미드도
This is
불로소득가
not a
아니며
pyramid
정보를 알리는
business, and it is
사업이었어요.
about sharing
여기 참석한
information.
여러분의 관심과 용기가
Your
5년
interest
후
and your
여러분의
courage
인생을
will
바꿔놓을
change your
것이에요.
life 5 years later.
애터미를 해도 5년은 가고 애터미를 하지 않아도
5
5년은
years
흘러갑니다.
would
하지만
pass
그 차이는 엄청난
whether
차이가 날
you do
것이에요.
Atomy business or not,
여러분도 할 수
but
있습니다.
the difference
아자, 아자,
would very
파이팅!
big.
감사합니다.
아자, 아자, 아자. Fighting, thank you.
한번 더 큰 박수를 부탁드립니다.
Please give her another big round of applause.
애터미 여러분들만의 스토리를 기대하도록
We're looking
하겠습니다.
forward to more pop fun Atomy story of yours.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.